Hey, I must to get money for my hustle. If I no get enough, I go work till I get. Hey, I must to get money for my hustle. If I no get enough, I go work till I get. Oh God, man, this is a beautiful one. This is another day. This is another fine day, and we are going to do what we love doing. We are going to do what makes us happy. We'll continue to do what makes us glad. Today we are here to talk about we are here to do something new. We are here to do something different. It's gonna be more like news. You guys see the flyer, so many people on the flyer, so many people, entertainers, politicians, healthcare professionals, like almost everyone is on there. And that is a new segment we're starting on Toride. The segment is going to be about us talking about the community, talking about things that are happening in the community. Just talk about them and just share our opinion towards a positive direction, or what we would have done differently, what we should be doing. Sometimes some of these things come and we are not even aware, and they take us surprisingly, and then boom. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be a new one on Toridi. We're probably going to be doing this segment once or twice a week, depends. And it's not just going to be about me, it's going to be about me and my brother Booning, and sometimes my brother from Kenya. Victor, and I'm actually looking for correspondents from other parts of the world, Europe, South Africa, West Africa, and all of that. If you know any person who is interested, if you know any person who wants to be a part of the Turidi team, who wants to be a part of growing our community, building our community, if you know any person who wants to be a part of making history, please let us know. Yeah, like I said earlier, when I don't even see the title for the program now, Hello Cameroon, Hello Africa, Hello World, Hello Cameroon, because we'll talk about Cameroon, Hello Africa, because we'll talk about Africa, and Hello World, because we will talk about the world, things that are happening in our communities. Remember, on Toride, our definition of community is you, our definition of community is me. Our definition of community is a people who think positive. It's a people who come together, put their resources, and think positive. I see so many people watching already. Once we get more than one person, not so many for to really. And yeah, maybe I should make this. I should talk about this before we jump into. Um, Toride is not about everyone. Toride is about one person. What we do on here, what we're trying to do is try to impact the life of one person at a time. If we can impact one person at a time, we are definitely sure that one person will go ahead to impact one person, will go ahead to impact one person, will go ahead to impact one person. And before you know it, our community will be transformed. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a beautiful segment. Guys, go ahead and share. Go ahead and comment where you're watching from so I can at least give you a shout out or something. Don Local Show, my brother, my brother, my brother. Yeah, definitely. Victor has a problem with camera. You see, person we don't follow to read it. He really know about Victor and the beautiful things Victor has been doing. Yeah, Victor has a problem, a camera issue right now. We've been struggling to get a camera to him. I have a camera in Cameroon right now. Man, the cost of sending that camera to wow, Princess Ntube. Look at who is watching. This is beautiful, man. When my people watch, when my people come to watch, it makes me happy. It makes me really, really happy. It makes me feel like okay, what we are doing is actually doing something good for the community. So I was talking about Victor. Victor actually Victor actually um he get problem for camera right now. We don't want to give us any camera for Kenya, but the camera get them for Cameroon. The cost of sending that camera to Kenya is too expensive. So I feel like better I give the camera for some other man for Cameroon, and then I'll buy camera. My brother Sparkle Lee is watching. Sparkle, brother from Sparkle, I was watching our video, my pictures the other day, because sometimes I just go to my repertoire and just watch old pictures, old videos, and all of that. And I was watching one of the very first interviews they were doing on my brother Sparkle. The guy came like a celebrity, came dressed in a suit, and he was like, those days, man, yeah, the wonderful days. My brother TMI is watching. Oh, you're raw, you're raw, you're raw. My brother Isido, man. It's good to have you people on here. Bole Ekane, my boss, my boss, my boss. Yeah, like I said, today we're doing something different. Today we're starting something new. It's gonna be more like news. It's gonna, no Tori Day. Whenever you hear, when I see people plenty for that flyer. So anytime we hear Tori Day, anytime we hear Tori Day, what comes to your mind? Tori Day is news. Tori Day is conversations. Tori Day is information. Tori Day is, so we need to have a segment on Tori Day that talks about things that are happening in our community. The small things, the big things, the positive things, like we are trying to build a community, and no better we know day for build our community than for continue for inform our people. No better we know day for build our community than for continue empower our people. No better we know day for inform for build our community than for continue push our people to get information that is required for us to get better. We can fight, we can argue, we can do whatever we want to do, we can do like we do any kind of crazy thing, but mono ever forget, say the community will leave them when we leave this earth. Our picking will continue, they'll inherit that community. If we leave a bad community, our picking will inherit that bad community. If we leave a better community, now the better community they will inherit them. If we leave something wonderful like America, like the founding fathers of America left America with so many good laws, so many good things in place, so many good policies in place, and now everyone around the world wants to travel to America. That is what we want to do for our communities. Now, most of the times when I preach about community, when I talk about community, most people feel like, Sako, you talk about community like it's Cameroon, or like it's Kumba, like, or it's Kumbu, or like it's Sangmilima, or like it's your village, it's like your family. No, community for me, it starts with you, that individual, the positive things you're thinking about, the positive things you're doing, the wonderful things you can do for yourself that can actually impact your immediate community. You understand? So, for instance, if you go school, you get a job, get a good job, and you start making good money, guess what? The first people to enjoy that now you. The next people to enjoy that now the people around you, your immediate family members, your friends. You understand? And after your friends and that immediate family members, guess who them? My brother Gabaro would see you, would see you, would see you guys. Go ahead and share, go ahead and share, go ahead and share, go ahead and share, please. And any person will get any topics we want to discuss at the end, because for now I will add my brother Boning, and when Boning come in, we'll discuss the news, the way they trend around Cameroon, around Africa, and around the world. And right after that, at the end of the show, any person we want to join will bring it in, may give you opinion on certain things where they go on, or certain the topics we don't discuss. So yeah, so that's community for me. It starts with you, the individual. You think positive, you go ahead to start doing things positively, you go ahead to start pushing, and then guess what? From there, you move to where? You move to the next person, which is your either your family or your neighbor. You impact them positively. You understand? From there on a move, on a start to impact on a whole quarter positively. From there on a move, from impacting on a whole quarter positively, on a start to impact the whole town or village. From the village, when I move to the whole region or province. From there, when I move to the whole state or to the whole country, and before you know it, you guys are impacting Africa positively. And once Africa can impact the world positively, once Africa can impact itself positively, it can in turn impact the world positively. So that's it. That is what we want to do. Guys, go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Bay is watching. Sylvia Mengot. Yeah. For those who don't know, Nama Bay that my brother Gabaru watching, always very, very supportive. My sister Mbole Ekane, my boss, my boss, my boss, my sister, my mentor. By the way, my grandma coach that. That is the one person who reach out to me and say, okay, Sako, this is not how you say it. This is how you say it. Now, Sako, this is not how you write it. This is how you write it. If I say my coach now for more than 5 years now, like she's always there for me, correcting me when needs be in. And that's how we grow. That's how we grow as a community. I get my brother Angel D. Maria. At the D. Maria, I know I'm for Kumba Town. If that's you, man, then this is good. Then this is actually really, really, this is actually really, really good. Guys, go ahead and share my send a link to my brother Boning, and then we can start talking about what is happening around our community. But trust me, a lot. We get a lot for discuss. We get a lot for discuss. I will give you a highlights of some of the things that we will discuss them today. But before we go there, I don't know if I want to play music. By the way, you play music now, they'll flag the video, and man, it's just crazy how these people work. But then they get right, man. These people they get to make that money. So yeah, so guys, go ahead and share. And as I've been telling earlier, from the flyer, it actually highlights some of the topic that we'll talk about. From the flyer, it highlights some of the topic that we'll talk about. We'll talk about what happened for Atlanta the weekend we passed. We'll talk about Paul Biya and Kagame, where they don't reshuffle their governments. For what reason? I don't know. Not only them know. We'll talk about Eric Tato, where we, yes, allegedly they don't arrest he. We'll talk about Unana, a return to national team. We'll talk about Jan Slim. She's doing wonderful, something beautiful. She started something good for the community. We want to talk about that also. We'll talk about Few Beats and the song, the new project where they promote them. We'll talk about Irene Mangem, Unanoi, our sister. We come out with a story, a beautiful documentary the other time, and it's a continuation. It's a continuation. So one talk about he, one talk about Kosi, the wonderful thing we do Kosi slash Ranches Kule. One talk about that. One also talk about the Oroko convention we happened for Houston. This weekend we pass. One talk about Nabil Fongod, one other person for community we it did do extremely well. And I feel like one of the ways for support or for celebrate them. Now for talk about the things we did do to our people, for talk about the wonderful things we did do to our community. Guys, it's going to be a beautiful one. Like I said, I don't send my brother Boning link. Once my brother Boning join, he go present for we the topics the way he get because this segment is going to be bilingual. That is where we come from, Cameroon. It's a beautiful thing. We are bilingual. We have to learn to exploit that strength. It's a strength. It's not a weakness. For you to know how to speak more than one language is a strength. It's not a weakness. It's never going to be a weakness. So we must, as a people, must learn how to exploit that. So my brother Boning will come to where he will present some of the topics that we he don't research on or support some of the things that they trend for community. He will talk about them, but for French. Man, to read and trust me when I say to read I know what I'm talking about. Guys, go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share the video. Um, while we wait for my brother Boning, I think I'll go ahead and start the conversation and start the hey, we're not even share. Oh. Can we go ahead and share, please? Hey guys, can we go ahead and share, please? So we can kickstart the conversation. We're already 13 minutes into this. And the chat will sound like Alene Menget or Bia Luna Bricks. Two people for community where they don't do wonderful things. My brother Takang Julius. Thank you guys for watching. Prudino Avon. Guys, if you know anyone who is doing something beautiful in the community, una no forget to tell them about Toride. Una not only tell them about Toride, una refer them to me. Una beg them in and come for Toride, they can share their story. That is one way we can build our community. That is one way we can continue to build our community. So Soliso Deli's Kitchen. So Soliso Deli's Kitchen, I think that should be a business, or if it's not a business, it should be a brand. Mama, I beg, if you write me on inbox your phone number or something, so if we connect and then we know how we promote or you just write the name of your business for comment section. So if you always look at when need be, if you always talk about when need be. I was talking about how we can continue to grow our community, and one of the ways now for continue refer to read it to the people that they do small fine thing for community. Now for continue refer that people then to read it. It's not only about you telling them about to read it, no, it's about you telling Toride about them so we can go and refer them so we can bring them to our platform even if they don't get time for come for our platform. If we talk about them when we do things like this, and now that one or other way that would empower our community. So many things in there, so many things in the way people they do, so many things in there we don't do on your way. It don't push people to realize, whoa, so man if do this, so person if do this, so a Cameroonian can become a pilot, so a Cameroonian can become, so we can do this, so I can earn 1 billion, I can so many things in the way when we come for here as a community and we have these conversations, it enlighten many other people, it encourage many other people, it push many other people for not only start do something, but for even those who did already start do something, for continue do more. Guys, go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share the video. For those who did come, we have a conversation. This segment will be more about us talking about some of the things that we it happened for our community. It will be more like a news segment. It will be more like that segment where we will come together and talk about this, and talk about this, and talk about this, and talk about this, and talk about small things. But we're not talking about these things in a detrimental way. We're not talking about these things in a destructive way. We talk about these things in a very progressive, encouraging, positive, in a way that can help us grow, in a way that can help us build as a community. Now, CRTV, they do their work. Equinox, they do their work. CNN, all these other people, they do their work. But guess what? There is still enough for us to talk about. There's still a lot they are not talking about. And I feel like as a community, to read in another platform where we'll come together and discuss this thing. Right now, I want to add my brother Boning. When he come, I beg Mona clap. I beg when Adi Mona clap for you, because this guy is doing wonderful for our community.
Mr. Toride.
Le boss.
Yes, you are the boss of the boss.
No, no, no. I'm not the boss of the boss, man. We are building a community where everyone is equal. We are building a community where everyone contributes. We are building a community where everyone is serving everyone. We are building a community where people rely on others. People can confidently rely on others. We are building on est en train d'établir une communauté où quand on va passer de l'autre côté, nos
Yep.
enfants seraient fiers. Welcome to
Yeah,
Toride,
yeah.
my brother.
Yeah, yeah, of course, you're talking the truth because quelqu'un avait dit le plus grand héritage, ce n'est pas les maisons ou
Mhm,
l'argent. It's not money. We are not talking about money, but we are talking about what are we doing for the next generation? What are we living? Like a culture,
mhm,
like a mentality, like tu sais, aujourd'hui, si l'Afrique est ce qu'elle est aujourd'hui, c'est
oui,
parce que beaucoup de personnes qui nous précédaient n'ont pas pensé
mhm,
à construire ce mindset pour la
yeah,
génération. Donc, c'est pourquoi aujourd'hui, nous sommes en train de nous battre pour que ceux qui viendront après nous diront que ceux qui sont passés ont fait quelque chose. Exemple, aujourd'hui, on parlera toujours de Patrice Lumumba, on parlera
mhm.
toujours de Kwame Nkrumah, on parlera toujours
Nelson
de
Mandela.
Oumiobe, on parlera de Nelson Mandela, on parlera de Kadhafi, on parlera de tout, de ce monument qui ont su inspirer la génération d'aujourd'hui qui est en train de changer les donnes pour que
Mhm.
tomorrow became a good day for the next generation, for our children, future children, again and again and again and again and again.
Guys, it's crazy on Toride. We are going 100% Cameroonian, and we are going 100% African. If Victor was here today, he would speak a little bit of Swahili. Or but then,
Je t'assure, je t'assure.
I had actually scheduled this program very very late. I talked to my brother about 2 or 3 hours ago and decided, you know what, we need to start. We need to start. And unfortunately, I didn't feel reach Victor on time. My brother Boning, what did you prepare for us today? Okay, I think Bowling has is having a connection problem or so. Once he is good to go, then he can tell us what he presented for us. But then I think I can go ahead and start with what personally I had for today. Like I said, I put up the flyer because I wanted you guys to see some of the things. The flyer actually in a highlight of some of the things that we will talk about. Where when I want to start. We'll start for some play where it really small and it really, really be interesting. First of all, our brother Phil Beats. When I remember, say a few weeks ago, we had Phil Beats on the show, and it was wonderful. He was talking from France. He had the passport issue. At the end of the day, don't go back for Cameroon. But from the communique we put out, it shows it is so it did like they never investigate a passport. But it's very, very possible. My brother Fefe is watching from Europe. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to share. So from the communique with Phoebe we put that out, it shows it is so they never still give a passport. But then bro, that guy na international. So even if get the passport. I think there's always a way he can actually still travel back to the country. Right now, Phoebe is there for Cameroon. And one of the beautiful things we go back is that they do have a promote his song. For those who don't know, now Phil built a Facebook page that Shaba Music, Phil being an artist, a Cameroonian artist, we it do wonderfully well for our community. He is that one person who has decided to go in, do their research, go in, um, look at what is our music, study our music, and come out with a sound that everyone is relating to right now. Whether you are a Jang person, whether you're a Bikosu person, whether you're a Makosa person, whether you're somebody who loves music from the north, or even around Africa, Afro beats and all of that. The kind of music that guy is doing is wonderful. It's just wonderful. And right now, it actually promote a latest song with his sister Chris M. Chris M. For those who don't know, Chris M. Nara woman with that sister we do Kikwara Vera o wola o. On a pardon my French, na boning no for talk French. Yeah, I don't know if we play a little bit of the essay. By the way, a challenge go on right now about the project with few bits to work on. So if you want to be part of the challenge, go on there, get the video, get the song, jump on the challenge, and make our brother happy with which we if you do. Yep, man. When I hear the sound, hey, 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 ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that is actually the project Philbis is working on right now and actually promoting. I got my brother Boning back, and he could go right away for tell us. C'est dans le
Yeah,
réseau ou le power?
we have a little problem with network, but there's no problem.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah, so you
trying to
can go
be a
ahead and
problem, but it's not a problem.
it's not a problem, my brother. So go ahead and what did you prepare for us today?
D'accord, déjà, je vais commencer par dire bonsoir à toute la communauté qui est connectée depuis Los Angeles,
Mhm.
Las Vegas, depuis les États-Unis, depuis le Canada, depuis Douala, Yaoundé, Lomé, Accra, sans oublier et aussi sans oublier la Menoa, parce que qui est présent aujourd'hui? Je suis Joël Bonny, Fonsango, promoteur culturel et le responsable de la plateforme du groupe Benoît Lazouk et du mouvement rap. Cette semaine, on a eu du lourd. I will talk in English, French, Yemba, and Pidgin. I will mix them. Eh, Mr. Torre?
Yes, yes, you can go ahead and speak more in French because I'll be speaking English.
D'accord, il n'y a pas de souci. Ce qui sort, sort. On prend comme on prend.
Okay.
Je disais que cette semaine, on a eu vraiment des trucs très, très, très hot du côté, on va dire, du côté de l'Afrique et du côté du Cameroun. On va d'abord commencer avec le sommet. Au sommet, on aura la rentrée scolaire sur l'étendue du territoire camerounais le 4 septembre 2023. Ensuite, on aura un peu une triste nouvelle parce que la rentrée scolaire qui a lancé lundi et aussi nous a entraîné dans une triste nouvelle du côté du du Cameroun. Et on va à côté le Gabon de l'investiture du côté de la première séance de Lions Total parce que dans peu de temps, ils vont rencontrer le Burundi pour se qualifier pour la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations 2023 qui se jouera du côté de la Côte d'Ivoire. Ensuite, on va prendre notre giga méga star Lady Ponce qui est en train de préparer un concert hot qui va se tenir à Los Angeles. Et on va quitter Lady Ponce maintenant pour chuter à côté de Lady Ponce et Coco Argenté parce que là, c'est un clash qui a fini par quoi? Fini par couper une plainte. Coco Argenté est convoqué à la gendarmerie devant la loi par Lady Ponce. On va entrer dans les détails tout à l'heure et on va clôturer avec quoi? On va clôturer par le geste de notre international camerounais et le MVP. Je crois qu'il était MVP, ouais, je crois. Si c'est pas ça, pardon, corrigez-moi en commentaire. Et par notre frère Pascal Siakam avec ses actions du côté du Cameroun. Mr. Tori, ça c'était le sommet.
Wow, that I think is beautiful, man. And I already introduced already a little bit of what we are going to be talking about on my part. I think for my part, we want to talk about what happened in Atlanta, the National Veterans Tournament, which happened this weekend. Also, I wanted to talk about Bia and Kigame reshuffle, man. That is for news around Africa. Also, l'un de nos frères, il s'appelle Eric Tato. He's an
Mhm.
activist. He used to be a Cameroonian. Now according to him, he said he used to be a Cameroonian. But he's an activist, and for whatever thing they're activating for, that is their opinion. I respect their opinion, all of that. But we're gonna talk about him on the fact that allegedly we hear that he got arrested for some reasons. We'll talk about the reasons.
Mhm.
We're going to talk about the return of Unana, which you talked about already. You talked about the national team, so definitely
Ouais,
we'll talk
ouais,
about the return of
effectivement.
Unana. I already talked about few beats. We're going to talk about the new song he's promoting. We want to talk about Ari Manga. We want to talk about Kosi and the beautiful work he did with regards to Rentrée Scolaire, which is back to school. We're going to talk about the Oroko Convention, which is a similar to what happened the other time, the Bamileke convention that happened
Il y a
in
la ABC.
yeah,
ABC
ABC Wala.
2023.
And
La
then I
ABC
think for me, the
2023.
last thing I want to talk about is this guy they call Nabil Fongo, one other person in our community who is doing wonderfully
Yeah,
well.
Nabil for real.
Nabil for real. Guy, you can go ahead and start your presentation.
Ok, d'accord. On va commencer par le premier point,
Hmm.
qui est celui de la rentrée scolaire.
Yeah.
Ce 4 décembre, sur l'étendue du territoire du Cameroun, nous avons
Hmm.
vu la rentrée scolaire. On a vu les enfants monter, descendre dans les tenues et les couleurs de drapeau ont été levées. Et
Hmm.
officiellement, nous avons démarré avec l'année scolaire 2023-2024 du côté du Cameroun. Donc, je crois que
Hmm.
le train est déjà parti. Comme quelqu'un avait dit en anglais, moto digo, moto dongo. Donc,
Moto
si tu n'es
don't go-
pas Moto Dongo. Yes, Moto Dongo. Si tu n'es pas encore dans le moto, on va voir ça dans quelques temps. Donc, nos enfants qui ont démarré avec la rentrée scolaire, rendez-vous dans 6 mois, dans 9 mois pour voir les résultats, Mr. Tori.
Yep. And talking about that, I think I wanted to show us a picture of I think I should just go ahead and talk about what Kosi did. Kosi
Yeah,
is this Cameroonian artist, super talented Cameroonian artist
yeah.
who went fish. You know fish, right?
Yeah,
When
Fish, bien sûr, bien Fish. Fish qui, notre frère Fish qui nous avait quittés, ça fait 1 ou 2 ans par accident.
when he died, Kosi actually promised to take care of his kid. I think he
Yeah,
had a daughter. He has a daughter, and
yeah.
Kosi promised he was going to actually finance the kids' school projects, and he's been doing that. I think he did that
Ah,
last
good.
year. This year, we saw images of him. However, we saw bloggers post about Kosi has done it again, respecting what he promised to do by paying the girls' school fees. Bro, my brother, go ahead.
Non, super. Parce que déjà, c'est un geste qui est à saluer, comme tu l'as dit tout à l'heure. Tu sais, beaucoup de personnes envoient souvent des paroles émotionnelles, mais qui n'arrivent pas à les accomplir. Donc, on passe
Yeah.
un big up à Kossi pour ce geste et que beaucoup d'autres frères puissent accompagner. Parce que lorsque la personne n'est plus présente, il faut qu'on
Mhm.
continue ses œuvres en gardant ses bébés. Jolie, très petite fille, fiche. Bon,
Mhm.
ensuite, on va parler du décès. Il y a la rentrée scolaire du coup dans le nord-ouest, on a eu 2 enseignants de l'école primaire qui ont été tués dans le nord-ouest.
Oh
L'acte n'a
Lord.
pas été revendiqué, mais c'est un peu. On ne peut pas entrer dans les profondeurs, parce que là, on ne va pas célébrer la rentrée scolaire en joie et aussi laisser passer sans rendre hommage à ces, je peux appeler, à ces acteurs de développement de l'éducation qui sont les enseignants. Et quand un membre du corps de l'enseignant perd la vie, c'est pas bien. Donc, on a perdu 2 enseignants du côté du nord-ouest Cameroun.
Oh God! So what actually my brother was saying in French is we had news. We lost two teachers that probably allegedly were killed in the northwest region of Cameroon. At the moment, we cannot actually say who did what. We don't want to get into details because we don't really have people on ground to tell us, okay, this person or that person or whoever did this. But what we're just trying to let you guys know is that is what happened. It's crazy. It's funny to see that during rentrée scolaire, back to school when we're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be celebrating. We're supposed to be rejoicing that, oh, okay, our kids are going back to school to learn so they can become better leaders. we are struck with this bad. I'll just call and say bad news, but then it is what it is. My brother, go
Et
ahead.
je, et je rappelle que il y a un ghost town qui est toujours en cours du côté de Boya, entre Boya ou Tico, où les élèves
Mhm.
n'ont pas encore repris avec l'école complètement.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Ok, on va passer au troisième point qui était, nous avons tous vu, lundi le 4, on a vu l'investiture du président de la transition du côté de la République du Gabon, qui a
Mhm.
prêté serment,
Mhm.
qui est devenu. Je ne sais pas si tu as quelques images, si tu as eu le temps d'en
Yeah,
voir
just go
quelques-unes.
ahead. I'll look for some image.
Voilà. Donc, on a eu l'investiture du général Lenguini qui a prêté serment ce lundi 4 septembre du côté de Libreville, qui est le nouveau président de la transition. Et bon, on ne connaît pas jusqu'à quand la transition va durer. Ouais,
and that
Seigneur.
and that is the crazy thing about whatever is happening. Man, we laugh about it, but you never know if it's gonna last long, if it's how long it's gonna last. But those are images. You were just talking about, but my brother was just talking about what happened in Gabon and the guy who took over. It was actually a
Mhm.
coup d'état. It doesn't matter
Coup
if it
d'État.
was a good one or not.
Mhm.
But we're just talking about the coup d'état that happened in Gabon. The person who took over from the previous president, which was actually sworn in. So for some reason, it was so peaceful. It was so okay. It was so yeah, let's do this. Look at all those people. They came together and decided, you know what, we are done with that other guy. We want somebody, some new person, and they're moving on like nothing happened. My brother Boning, one of the
Yes.
things I worry about, I'm concerned about, is the fact that before this coup d'etat happened, there was an election, and allegedly this guy who Ali actually said he won the election, and then on continuing his mandate, there was a coup. What I don't understand is why did the coup leaders not take over the country and give it to the other person who was
Yeah, the second one.
democratically?
The second
Yeah.
one. Tu sais, en fait, ce n'est pas notre domaine, ok? Nous ne sommes pas dans la science politique, on ne s'y connaît pas tellement. Mais pourquoi, pourquoi est-ce que les putschistes n'ont pas pensé à donner le pouvoir au second, vu que c'était lui qui était le rival et l'adversaire, et qui
Mm-hmm.
prétend être celui qui a gagné,
Mm-hmm.
compte tenu qu'on dit que le Sota a truqué. Pourquoi on n'a pas
Mm-hmm.
fait Mr. Torino? Moi, je me pose cette question, et je ne sais pas si nos téléspectateurs aujourd'hui, nos abonnés, nos personnes qui sont connectées aujourd'hui peuvent nous
Mm-hmm.
dire réellement ce qu'ils pensent aussi en commentaire. Et de temps en temps, on va un peu aussi tchatcher pour voir le truc. Qu'est-ce que t'en dis?
I actually I've not had this conversation with anyone, but for me, I just feel like that is the thing. That's the problem we have about Africa. First of all,
Yeah,
we have this problem of greed where everyone wants to be a leader, everyone wants to lead, everyone wants to, nobody wants to be a follower. So I think this guy just decided, you know what? We're just gonna take advantage. We're just gonna take advantage of what is happening, and then I just put the other guy to the side, and then I can become
ouais.
the president. My brother, what is your next point?
Ok, le prochain point. Le prochain point, c'est la première séance des Lions Indomptables. Je ne sais pas si tu as quelques images, mais
Just
aujourd'hui,
go ahead. I'll look for images.
nous avons vu aujourd'hui la liste sélectionnée que nous avons parlé la dernière fois ici.
Mhm,
Ces Lions étaient en train de s'entraîner pour aller à Garoua parce que les Lions vont affronter le Burundi à Garoua pour se
mhm,
qualifier pour la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations 2023 qui se tiendra du côté d'Abidjan, en Côte d'Ivoire. Les Lions sont
mhm.
allés. Mais, monsieur Toré,
Yeah,
j'ai une préoccupation. Est-ce que tu
yeah.
sais que la dernière fois, il y a quelqu'un qui nous a dit ici que est-ce que vous êtes sûr que Onana sera là? Do you remember?
I remember my brother.
Yeah, yeah. The
And
last time somebody asked me, "Are you sure about what you are talking about?" Mais je
you
crois que
know,
les images,
the problem we have is most people
yeah,
they talk from a place of what they want, not from a place of reasoning and how we can actually grow as a community. That I think these
yeah,
are images from the last training session,
mm.
which happened I think yesterday or today, and that
Yeah,
is the
c'était,
Ruben Song and the
oui, c'était ce
captain. That
matin.
is yeah,
Oui,
that is
c'était hier ou ce
Buemo.
matin, oui.
Yeah, that is Buemo, and man, it's beautiful to just see our brothers in Garua getting ready to take on Burundi.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, we have our brother Clinton J. That's Clinton J. Who is back with
Effectivement,
the
il est de
Lagsta
retour. Clinton
Sanguista.
J était dans la liste. Et aussi,
Yeah.
on va préciser la présence de Ondoa.
Mm-hmm.
Ondoa et Onana. Pour ceux
Mm-hmm.
qui ne savent pas, ce sont des cousins, hein, Ondoa et Onana, qui sont encore de
Really?
retour. Ah ben
Wow.
oui, ce sont des
Wow.
cousins. Andra,
Wow.
Andra et Onana sont des cousins, ils sont de retour dans la Dream Team pour aller défendre le Cameroun au Burundi. Mais vraiment, toi-même, quand tu regardes l'équipe là, toi, donne-nous Est-ce qu'on peut avoir le pronostic? Somebody can give us the score dans les commentaires là. Donnez-nous un peu le
That
score
is
d'après vous.
Undwa.
Bah, this on doit, voilà. On doit. Et on remarque là même qu'il a coupé déjà, il a coupé ses
Il
jouets de
fallait
la
qu'il
star.
coupe ça. Peut-être c'est ça qui lui amène un peu du malchance au côté. That is Onana discussing with the coach. Ah,
Yeah,
look at
oui,
that beautiful image, man. That is a father-son conversation happening.
effectivement. Et
Oh
là,
God.
j'étais touché quand j'ai vu cette photo que voilà ce qu'il nous faut.
Yep.
Le savoir mettre de l'eau dans nos vins.
My brother, one thing. Let me cut you short a little bit. One thing I want to tell our people is, it is okay for us to fight. It is okay for us to argue. It is okay for us to have disagreements.
Of
But the
course,
one thing
of
we should
course.
never forget is building. We must remember we have to continue building even when we argue. We must remember we have to continue doing things that can help us grow as a community. Not that because we have one or two arguments, I'm looking for a way to destroy you, you're looking for a way to destroy me. These images are just beautiful. I wish they
Mhm.
can. Well, you asked me about the pronostic. For me, I think with this spirit, I see the calm, I don't see any chaos and all of that. I see Onana. Tu as vu les mains derrière, which signifies somebody who is kind of like humble, who is listening to. You see, you look at the way they're talking. You see somebody who is calm, and if you look at the hands behind, it shows.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you are the boss, you are the patron. Talk to me, grand frère.
En
You
fait,
understand?
on appelle ça en français une position de soumission.
Yep. Not the mauvaise soumission.
Non, non, pas de mauvaise soumission, mais de respect. Tu sais,
I understand. I
je vais,
understand.
je vais,
That was just a joke. That is the
voilà,
position I was talking about.
je vais apporter, voilà, je vais apporter une précision lors du
Mhm.
discours. C'est pas politique, lors du discours. Tu te rappelles du discours du capitaine Traoré à Moscou? Tu te rappelles de ce qu'il avait dit? Que
Oui.
je dois respecter le droit de naissance africain.
Oui.
So,
Yep.
anyway, anyhow, we have our culture, African culture. On ne doit jamais oublier le droit de naissance. Que tu sois n'importe qui, que tu sois n'importe quoi, you have to think about the respect. Et aussi, je vais apporter quelque chose sur ce que tu disais tout à l'heure, à savoir,
Mhm.
quels que soient nos différends, on
Mhm.
doit se mettre ensemble pour le common goal.
Yeah.
Donc, même si on ne partage pas la même opinion, on doit se mettre
Yeah.
ensemble for the common goal. To
Go.
go to, we have target, so on doit foncer jusque-là. Bon, ne fais pas finir mon anglais ici. On va
Yeah.
continuer.
Yeah.
Le prochain point, on va parler du conseil de Lady Ponce qui se tiendra le 8, je crois que c'est oui, le 8 septembre du côté de Los Angeles. Donc, Lady
Mhm.
Ponce est déjà, même sur le territoire américain, elle est déjà arrivée. Donc, elle sera
Mhm.
du côté de Los Angeles le 8 septembre. Et
Mhm.
j'invite toute la communauté camerounaise, la communauté africaine présente du côté des États-Unis d'aller faire un show parce que les artistes
Yeah.
ne deviendront que les artistes sont des ambassadeurs culturels et ne deviendront que des monuments qui suivent le droit chemin si et seulement si vous les soutenez, vous les empêchez à se pervertir. Donc, Lady
Mhm.
Ponce sera du côté de Los Angeles le 8 septembre et j'invite toute la grande communauté à aller soutenir ce concert et être là massivement.
Talking about Lady Pons, she was in Dallas also, and man, what this lady did when she came to Dallas, it was
Mm.
beautiful for any person who wants to be entertained, for any person who wants to just have that good time, for any person who wants to not only enjoy being in the milieu of other Cameroonians, other Africans, for anybody who wants to be entertained, you
Mm-hmm.
need to be there. This
To
woman
be
is
there, of
wonderful.
course.
This woman can dance, this woman can sing. This woman can connect with the crowd. And for me, the
Mm.
Dallas experience was wonderful. If you asked me, I wanted her to stay and do more.
Mm-hmm.
But then she has to visit other cities in the United States, which is what she's doing. And she's doing
Mm-hmm.
it wonderfully and beautifully well. My brother, go on.
Ok, on va quitter, on va quitter sur les Ponce pour tomber maintenant sur les Ponce et Coco Argenté. Oui, parce que
Mhm,
Coco Argenté est convoqué au tribunal suite à une plainte portée par Lady Ponce. Oui.
mhm.
Celle qu'on surnomme dans la sphère musicale camerounaise et africaine la Go Galaxy est attendue le 19 septembre au tribunal de première instance de Yaoundé pour une audience. Ouais.
Papa, is this Congosa or it's you sure it's happening in the
Au fait, moi je dirais pas que c'est le buzz, mais apparemment
Mhm,
Coco Argenté et Lily Ponce ont eu un peu quelques tiraillements. Lady
mhm,
Ponce a déposé une citation directe au tribunal de première instance de Yaoundé,
mhm.
convoquant sa sœur à comparaître à l'audience qui est prévue le 19 septembre. Cette action en justice découle d'un différend qui oppose les deux artistes depuis 2020. Massa so we
Mhm.
we did na for 2003, 2023 massa you go fana ancien dossier na for 2020 tu viens avec
No, but
ah
sometimes some of these things are very destructive. And if somebody continues, I don't know what is happening between them. I think for the next, you want to explain what is happening or what actually happened, or you do you have any idea of what actually happened?
mhm,
So personally, I don't know what happened between them, but then sometimes Chiseko, you want to just, you know what, I will use one person to set a lesson pour que les
mhm,
autres don't come to me or come at me like that.
mhm.
If you do something destructive to me, I'll make sure I teach you a lesson. So from that time on, I will get respected because I am Lady Pons, or I am Nasako, or I am Boning, or I am I don't think it's a matter of, oh, ça a fait 3 ans. No, if maybe the try to reach out to her and say, hey, don't do this, or don't do this, or don't do that, or you're owing money, give me my money, and she says, no, I'm not giving you the money,
Au,
then I feel like Lady Pons has the right to do whatever she has. We live in a world where the only thing that precedes, the only thing that is above every other person is the law. If you break the
mhm.
law, I think you should pay for that. Yeah, my brother.
Au fait, Mr. Tori, cette
Mm-hmm.
histoire pas de... Parce que je vais donner un conseil à tous ceux qui nous suivent aujourd'hui. Les réseaux sociaux que nous voyons là, on se place derrière le téléphone, on se place derrière l'ordinateur, on fait le boucan, on fait le bruit, on insulte l'autre, on profère. Je peux me lever aujourd'hui, je dis Tori de na, il dit do ting ting, il dit do. C'est comme
Mm-hmm.
ça que c'est parti. Et c'est comme ça que ça part. Donc aujourd'hui, nos frères et sœurs qui ont la capacité, la possibilité d'utiliser les réseaux sociaux, battons-nous
Mm-hmm.
à utiliser ça à bon escient.
Mm-hmm.
Battons-nous à construire quelque chose au lieu de passer là, à faire ce que nous sommes en train de faire avec Toride, à
Mm-hmm.
construire the build community. We are supposed to build our community. And not,
Yeah.
we are not there to fight each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why? Donc c'est un peu ça. Ça part d'une histoire qui est quittée sur les réseaux sociaux à cause des constats annulés. Telle a porté, telle allait faire une publication que wow, elle a fait, elle là, wow, le Congo ça a fait que wow. Nassau Congo ça don't finish, master.
That is sad. And for those who don't know, that's Coco Ajante, another wonderful woman, another talented artist, someone who has been
Effectivement.
entertaining our community for long. But see, look at what is happening. Two sisters, people who are supposed to come together and build, people who are supposed to come together and grow our community. Now they are fighting. Yes, go ahead, my brother.
Voilà, on va chuter avec le dernier point qui est celui de notre international camerounais, le joueur de Toronto. Je crois qu'il est à Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Il est à Toronto, je pense.
Check.
Oui, il joue au Raptor. Il est au Raptor. Pascal Siakam.
Yes.
Pascal Siakam, oui, il joue à Toronto. Il a lancé une opération de soutien aux jeunes Camerounais. Parce que si la stade de la NBA n'a pas toujours porté le maillot du Cameroun, le vert, rouge, jaune, il ne
Mm-hmm.
manque cependant pas à mener des actions humanitaires pour notre vert, rouge, jaune. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'il a fait? Le joueur de Raptors a lancé un programme de bourse d'études visant à soutenir l'éducation des jeunes Camerounais à l'université du Nouveau-Brunswick au Canada. Donc, il est
Wow.
en partenariat avec l'Institut McKenna du Nouveau-Brunswick
Mm-hmm.
et la Fondation Rive Philippe voilà, la fondation Rive Philippe et la fondation de PS43 qui est de Siaka,
Mm-hmm.
ils vont investir 200 000 dollars, soit plus de 100 millions de francs CFA dans ce programme axé sur la technologie pour les étudiants camerounais. Donc, c'est un peu
Wow.
ça que l'international camerounais jouant du côté des Raptors à Toronto a décidé d'apporter comme soutien à la jeunesse camerounaise. Donc, et on parle ici de 8 000 $ de bourse, de
Mhm.
tellement de choses qu'il est en train de faire pour que nous puissions voir nos jeunes aller étudier à l'université du Nouveau-Brunswick.
Man, that is beautiful. So what my brother was talking about is our brother Siakam, who actually is a professional basketballer, is offering a scholarship program for
Mm.
fellow Cameroonians, and that is what we want to do as a community. Man, all that money, you know, if you work all that money, chop on you want to know whatever you're doing. Remember, we had so many people who were praying for you. You have a community that you have to grow. You have a community that my sister Yonde Felicitas, thank you for watching. Guys, go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Uh,
Effectivement, c'est ce que
mhm,
je voulais dire, Mr. Toride, sans te couper. Je voudrais
mhm,
faire comprendre à tous ceux qui sont connectés aujourd'hui, parce que je sais qu'on a plus d'abonnés et de connectés du côté de la diaspora.
mhm,
Si aujourd'hui, la première puissance économique du monde est, c'est pas moi qui dis,
mhm,
c'est parce que la diaspora de la Chine a su comprendre, a su entreprendre et a su tendre la main à ceux qui sont
mhm,
restés au pays.
mhm.
Le Cameroun,
Yeah.
l'Afrique et sa diaspora doivent se mettre en connexion pour pouvoir développer des projets, des concepts. On sait qu'il y a
Wow.
beaucoup de jeunes de la diaspora aujourd'hui qui veulent lancer des projets. Si vous avez peur, moi, Bonin, qui suis devant vous aujourd'hui, Doride qui me porte sur sa tête, je suis représentant de la diaspora au Cameroun. Si vous voulez lancer quel que soit le projet, contactez-moi, je vais vous accompagner, je vais vous soutenir avec mon équipe parce que nous avons compris, si j'ai quitté l'Europe pour venir m'installer au Cameroun, c'est parce que j'ai compris qu'ensemble, nous allons construire notre communauté et à travers le mouvement RAP et l'entreprise de Menoir la Zuxal, j'accompagne la diaspora à réaliser des projets au Cameroun. Donc, mes frères, mettons-nous ensemble et développons notre communauté. La diaspora, on a besoin de vous. We need.
My brother, tell them a little bit about your project, the rap project, and where we can actually find you on social media so they know
Yeah.
what you do.
Oui, déjà, rap qui veut dire, parce que beaucoup vont comprendre rap, on va se dire que c'est la musique. Rap veut dire réussir au pays. Et comment on dit encore réussir au pays en anglais, là, Mr. Tori? C'est que l'anglais est en train de partir. Hein.
Uh,
Success,
succeeding in your
succeed in
country or
country,
in our country.
in our country. And
Yeah.
here, I'm talking country. Quand je parle de pays, I'm not talking about Cameroon. No, I'm talking about
Hmm.
Africa. Because in
Yeah.
my mind, Africa is not a continent, it's a country, it's a one country.
Hmm.
Donc, l'Afrique est un continent et les autres, l'Afrique est un pays, pardon, et les autres
Hmm.
que vous appelez Cameroun, Côte d'Ivoire, Mali, c'est le quartier. So,
Hmm.
we are only one. Et pour
Wow.
réussir au pays, qu'est-ce qu'on doit faire? On doit développer. On doit parler de la culture. Donc, arabe, nous, on parle de la culture. On parle du développement local. On parle aussi de l'entrepreneuriat africain. Donc, on montre à nos jeunes frères ce qu'avec un petit capital, ils peuvent lancer comme business. On accompagne ceux qui ont des projets et on permet aussi à ceux qui sont là de trouver des connexions avec les gens de la diaspora, peut-être qui veulent lancer des choses au pays et qui fusionnent. Et à côté, on a aussi le mouvement Menoir Lazouk, qui est le
Hmm.
mouvement qui est parti de la Menoir pour promouvoir la culture de la Menoir. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes en train de promouvoir la culture de l'Ouest. Bientôt, on va attaquer la culture du Cameroun et attaquer
Hmm.
la culture de l'Afrique. Donc, on promeut la culture locale à Menoir Lazouk et à Rap, on promet la culture, l'entrepreneuriat et le développement communautaire.
Guys, man, that is his Facebook page. Visit the Facebook page. Rap Resi OP Resi. So what actually he is doing is actually trying to guide our people on what you can do to succeed in Cameroon, to succeed in Nigeria, to succeed in Africa, because that is the goal. The goal for us is for us to come together and do those things that can help us become better. Because once we become better, we can easily and better contribute to globalization. So that is what he's doing. Follow my brother. He's doing wonderfully well. I think now is my turn to talk about some of the things that happened in our community this past weekend, especially. I don't know where to start. You already talked about Unana.
Yep,
Unana's return to the national team, which for me
yep.
was a bigger, like, for me it's victory already. It doesn't matter if we lose the game or not. To just see Onana come back to meet his brother, join his brothers, to see him standing with the coach Rigobert song and they're talking and they're having this conversation. For me, that was just beautiful.
Yeah,
I
of
really
course.
wish our people can stop all the oh il a fait ceci, il devait faire ceci, faut pas qu'il vienne, s'il vient maintenant on perd le match, ça veut dire qu'on va dire que c'est lui qui a fait oh blah blah blah. We don't really need to be doing that. We should not have time for that. We should be looking at what we can do as a community to grow. Um yeah, so they have a game on the 12th, I think.
Yeah, le 12.
They're playing against
Burundi.
Burundi. It's gonna be in Garoua, and if I was in Cameroon, especially now that I have a little bit of j'ai un peu du moyen, I would have traveled
Mhm.
to go watch that game. And my brother Bowling, I don't know if it's late already. If we would have planned something. Maybe you go represent also. You can get
Bien
first hand
sûr, bien sûr.
images. And but next time, if you're
Voilà.
not going this time around, next time we make sure you go.
OK.
So for me, it's just a beautiful thing to see Onana back training
Yeah.
with the boys, to seeing Jay Clinton training with the guys. And for me, that's just beautiful. The next thing I want to talk about is I think I want to talk about this sister, Jan Slim. For those who know me, who know Toride, for those who've been following Toride, she's been on Toride. She was on Toride for an interview. This is someone I have so much love for, someone I have so much respect for. Uh, 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 and she started something that is beautiful. Nowadays, one of the problems we have in our community is the fact that our kids, our people, are losing themselves to so many things that stems from abusing the substance or or whatever. Now, for me, the bigger conversation should have been abuse, but then she has decided, you know what, Nasako, I want to start with drug abuse and all of that. So she has decided she'll go on her social media from time to time. She'll try to reach out to people to see how they can start this
Mhm.
movement where our community gets educated about drugs, especially the younger ones, our younger brothers, our younger sisters. Let me make sure I'm actually on her Facebook page. Oh God. Yeah. This is her, but okay, I think this should be the better one. Yeah, this should be the better one. So if you look at this, that is actually her Facebook page. By the way, c'est elle a un enfant avec Mr. Leo. So this was
Ah,
Mr.
d'accord. Ah
Leo
oui, d'accord, d'accord.
in America, and that is the key. So if you look at, she's one person who is about the community, always supporting, always promoting, always doing things to help our community grow. But like I said, her latest project, which is what she really wants to invest time in, which is what she really wants to put out to the public, which is something you see, she shared the flyer of what we are going to be doing today. So her latest,
Mhm.
and which is what she really wants to invest her time in, is talking about drugs and what our kids are going through, sensitize the community about abusing drugs, sensitize the community about what we should be doing to make sure our kids, because sometimes, sometimes you can actually you staying with a kid at home and you don't even know they're into drugs.
Effectivement.
If we don't
Effectivement.
have this conversation, if those who have experience, if those who know a few things about drug consumption and all of that don't come out and start talking to our people about drugs, um most of our kids will get in there, and when you get in there, it's difficult to come out completely and come out clean. So yeah, so guys, go ahead and follow her page. She's going to be doing a lot. She's actually partnering with Toride. We're going to be doing videos, going to be doing putting out videos on things that can actually help the community grow. The other thing I want us to talk about is I think Kosi. Kosi, the Cameroonian artist, I think I touched on that a little bit. Who actually decided, you know what, when Fish passed, Kosi decided, hey, I was going to pay the school fees
Yeah, of course.
of the daughter of Fish.
To fish.
My brother, to be frank, very few people will do that. Very few people will make a promise like that. And guess what? Very few of those who even promise will go ahead to do what they decided they were going to do. However, Kosi has decided, hey, you know what? I'll go ahead and do just that. And I think this morning I saw images of that posted somewhere. I'm looking for the images right now because you need to at least see the younger. the beautiful girl that Fish left behind. I
Ah, une
think,
très belle petite fille, très belle petite fille.
yeah, I hope I saw it on this page. I'm trying to, okay, I think this is it. By the way, you guys want to follow this page, Next Dim Empire. They are doing a beautiful job also for the community. So that is it. It says Kosi sticks to his promise and pays Ivana's school fees for the 2023
Ah,
academic year. That's a beautiful thing. That is what we want to always do as a community. Look at that. You see, look at that. Look at how young the kid is. The father is no more. But then a friend, a brother, someone from the community has decided, you know what? I will go ahead and make sure this kid goes to school and gets to wherever they want to go. They want to get. I think it's a beautiful thing. Tu vois le commentaire ici en bas?
ah oui, effectivement, c'est ce que je voulais faire. Je voulais un
Ye-
peu apporter quelque chose ici en français pour dire, voilà des gestes à saluer parce que
Mhm,
savoir que le porteur, le mentor,
mhm.
qui est le parent de l'enfant n'est plus de ce monde. Tu sais, c'est quelque chose qui n'est pas facile,
Oui,
Mr. Tori.
very
Ce que
true.
je te dis, c'est parce que je suis passé par là. Et aujourd'hui, voir que euh, qui est aussi
Mhm,
un acteur, un promoteur culturel, un artiste qui se
mhm,
lève, qui s'est mis au deuil, qui a donné cette passage. Je crois que ça fait ça en 2021, je crois. It
mhm.
was in 2021. C'était en
Yeah.
2021. Il a donné, et aujourd'hui, il tient à sa parole. Il a accompagné cet enfant. Aujourd'hui, nous avons vu, elle est en tenue scolaire. Elle ne va pas manquer. Elle va comprendre que papa n'est pas là, mais au moins, s'il est présent à travers les actes et les actions de ses amis. C'est ce que nous saluons et c'est ce que nous attendons aux acteurs venant des acteurs culturels de tout le monde, même pas seulement des acteurs culturels, de la communauté, parce que we have to be one. We have to be one.
Wow. I think the next thing I want to talk about is Eric Tato. For those who don't know, Eric Tato is an activist for the separation, or I don't know if it's a separation or whatever they wanted for Cameroon. We got
Mhm,
news allegedly yesterday that he was arrested, and if you can read from what this guy posted, this guy is actually saying, uh, um, it says Eric Tato spends first night in jail after he was arrested on loan fraud.
mhm,
So, by the way, we need to be specific about why he was arrested, which was loan, say loan fraud. I don't know what that means, but according to this person, that is what he was arrested for. And some people call it the PPP loan fraud and all of that. I don't know. For me, it's alleged. Until I can get to a read from a credible source, I cannot come out here and say. But then so many people are talking about it that he was arrested. He was arrested. However, Eric Tato is not popular for business. For me, he's popular for his activism and his hard
mhm,
stance on how he wanted things to go, how he will push people. We just talked about what happened in Nosso, about the teachers that were killed. And for now, we cannot say this person did this or did that. But I remember one time Eric Tato was one of those persons who were online actually advocating for people to be Gary if they did not respect the rules put in place by these activists who were in the
mhm.
diaspora. So so many people came out to celebrate his arrest. I am not that kind of person. I will not want somebody to go down deep down the drain because I disagree with him on certain things. But sometimes we just wish they can change. We wish they can get better. So for me, maybe this is just the way God is trying to take him away, put him in a place where he can stay quietly by himself, reflect, and then come back differently to make our community better. The
Of
next
course,
thing I
bien
want to
sûr.
talk about is we talked about fee bits already. We talked about Bia. Did we talk about Bia and Kagame already? No, I think let me talk about Bia and Kagame, who after the numerous coup d'etat that have happened in Africa, these two
Yep.
people decided, you know what, we need to reshuffle the government. I don't know if they reshuffled or they sent people to retirement, but they decided, you know what, we need to reshuffle the government. But you know what is funny? The one thing that is funny is the fact that Biya actually became president. When Biya was president, I think the mandate was, I think, 5 years, and then you could only run for, I think, 2 terms. And then for some reason, right now the mandate is 7 years, and you can run until you're tired. And
Mhm.
Kagame became president. Kagame was that leader who, let me look for a Kagame video. So we need to see his face. While I'm talking about him, Paul Kagame, he's actually the president
Of Rwanda. Rwanda.
Of Rwanda. a smart man,
Yep.
a handsome man, someone who is doing something that everybody was so happy about until now. Um, yeah, someone was doing something that everybody was so happy. He has the mentality of the Nkwame, the Sankara, the Mandela, and all of that. But guess what? When you start to change the constitution, when you start to maneuver things because you want to stay longer, when you start to put, it means deep down inside you, you are sure that you did not do a 100% good job. If you do not do a
Mm-hmm.
100% good job, what you should be doing is leave that position for the next person to come and
Of course.
continue. Because once
And
you start
continue
changing
on.
things because you want to stay, it doesn't matter if you think you want to stay and do more good, you are already doing harm. Some other day, another person will come and they will change the constitution the same way you change the constitution. Now, to change the constitution, it's not just about you. What you do, what they do most of the times is you go and corrupt people. You go and tell people to vote for you.
Of
You go
course.
and tell people to bend the rules so it can favor you, which is already corrupting the same people you don't want to be corrupt. I'm not saying that is what he did. I'm not saying I'm sure that was actually what he did. I'm just saying this is probably how these things work. Kagame came to power, was doing wonderfully well. Everyone loved what he was doing. Everyone
Yeah,
was looking,
beautiful job.
yep, everyone was looking to go to his country until now he's starting to, because for me, this is dictatorship tendencies. These are tendencies of a dictator. You do your term, go to the side, let the next person come and let us see what they can
And
do.
do it. Of
So yeah,
course.
nos frères a décidé que oh, il va changer les lois parce qu'il veut rester là.
Mm-hmm.
Et c'est ce qu'il a fait. Et dès qu'il a fait ça, on a vu que there was coup d'état all over Africa. And the guy got scared, like maybe these people can topple me also. Et il a fait un peu de
Mm-hmm.
changement, send some people to
Il a fait le
retire.
maniement. Il a fait son maniement.
And that was
Qu'on ne
what
connaît pas.
our pa did also. Dès qu'il y avait
Yes,
les
yes. Est-ce
trucs
que,
ici
hey,
et là-bas, il a dit que non,
on ne
toi,
connaît,
viens ici, toi, tu pars là-bas, toi, tu viens à côté de moi, toi.
on ne
I don't
connaît
know
pas
why
par
they're
là où ça va
scared, man.
sortir.
I don't know why they're scared, but that was what actually happened. Kagame is from Rwanda, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh god, that's shameful. I think I talked about a few bits already, and let us talk about
of
our
course.
sister Irene Mangem. Man, this woman, um oh god, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start, but she's doing something wonderful. My brother, I remember we talked about building our community. We talked about a generation that has decided they will sacrifice themselves to educate our community. We
Mhm.
talked about
Effectivement.
we talked about a generation that has decided they will do everything to make sure things get better for our community. One of those persons who are actually doing that is my sister Irene. Let us listen a little bit to her story, please.
I be 12-year old. I've been tossing me the may marry another woman. He asked me, say, now which I say, we don't stay. We will never get a picking, so better move marry someone. Then I wake up with heart now. You go marry second woman.
Welcome to Emerge with Irene, where we share real life stories of brokenness and how we can overcome. In this episode, I will be sharing with you how my dad became my worst enemy.
Wow. Yeah. So I was just talking about our sister Irene and her beautiful story. The story of a young woman who was abused. The story of a young woman who was in pain for a very long time. The story of a young woman who went through really difficult moments. She's actually sharing her story online and it's impacting a lot of lives. I watched her video. I cried. Guys, go ahead. Her name is Irene Mangem. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but go ahead, try, go do something. Go watch the documentary. It's a beautiful piece of art. Let us, man, listen to her one more time before I go to the next topic.
But it didn't start like that. He was once my hero, and I was his little princess. But things changed fast. The first thing I heard against my dad was that I blamed him for not protecting me.
This is a story of a woman who was in a great relationship with the dad, but then one thing happened, and then everything went the other way, and she stayed for a very long time in that place, hating her dad, disliking her dad, wishing the worst probably for her dad, until at one point in time, I don't know if it happened miraculously. I like. She continues to tell the story, and I feel like that's the reason why I'm introducing the community to her story. I want people to go listen, learn, play the video to our kids so they can learn a few things from there. And also, we'll get our sister for here on Sunday, for her to share the story firsthand with us. The other thing I think I want us to talk about is, we are running out of time already. We are doing 1 hour plus. I think we want to talk about the Oroke Convention, which happened in Houston. I was not there for reasons I will explain later. But however, I think and I don't have images as of the moment. I don't have images, but from what I heard, I yes see. I think it was a beautiful one, and most of these village community gathering are always very very beautiful. Guys, if you have the chance, always attend. If you have the chance, always support the project. That is how we protect our own. That is how we protect our culture. That is how we share knowledge. That is how we grow together as a family. That is how we do things that can help us get better. The World Convention 2023 happened in Houston. I was not there, and unfortunately, I did not get you guys image. But I promise, moving forward, we'll always make sure we have images of whatever news we want to talk about until reading. I think the second to the last thing I want to talk about is the convention that happened in Atlanta. So for those who for people who they don't know, I don't come out to go talk English. For people who they don't know, the weekend we passed, it was crazy in Atlanta. Cameroonians from all over the United States and even out of the United States gathered in Atlanta. It was close between 5,000 to 10,000 people. The one thing they wanted to do was play soccer. The one thing they wanted to do was play football. The one thing they wanted to do is to enjoy soccer. But guess what? They were not only there for soccer. They were there to network. They were there to talk to each other. They were there to help each other grow. They were there to support one another. And from the images we got online, man, the event was beautiful. I think we want to continue supporting projects like that. We want to continue talking about things like that. We want to continue encouraging things like that, because that is how our community will grow. I think on our next segment, I'll have images, videos, pictures of what happened, and then we'll make this look more beautiful than me just telling you that was what actually happened. Now, for the final, Nabil Fongod, Nabil for real. So my city, I don't keep them back with the big English. My brother actually was. Yeah, to crown this up, I think I want to talk about Nabil. Nabil, another Cameroonian who I have admired for a very, very long time. Um, Another Cameroonian I've admired for a very, very long time. He is doing wonderful well for our community. He's actually working on a project right now. He terms the project. Yeah, he's actually working on a beautiful project right now. A project where he has decided to invest his money in the talent development, going traveling around the country looking for youth who are talented, bring them together, try to guide them, try to educate them on things that he knows. This guy is loaded with experience, and for things that he doesn't, for things that we don't know, I'm not talk pigeon. For things that we don't know, he bring in people. This is a project you to watch out for. This is a project you will want to be part of. This is history in the making. This is a project years from now we'll come up with various documentaries and come up with content, come up with write-ups and articles and all of that talking about this project. I did try for get Nabil on Toridi, so if you tell with his hand on which he try for do, but for the meantime, we'll watch this video small. I think so the video will explain a little bit about what we try for do. Yeah.
237, with a level to put the pedal to the middle, take mediocrity to the cradle. Whose hustle and bustle and talent is violent, who been bubbling under and now ready to roar like thunder and they can't be silent. We don't been fumbling, so we blunder. The culture has been crumbling, never a solution finder. Just more than talent, you need hunger. If you give them ham, they can make burger. The future is bright and heavily pregnant. The time is right and we can't stay stagnant.
That is Nabi Fongo. When I hear voice from one beginning, extremely smart. One person away for more than 20 years. He don't invest everything we get them for our community. Now the small story that we get them for today. I wish we had time to stay here and talk, stay here and take questions. By the way, for those they will get time tomorrow. We go there for to read it. We go there for to read it. For talk to two people that we have so much love and respect for. Number one go be na senior pastor. We will get senior pastor for here tomorrow. For talk about him, for talk about the community, for talk about what he is doing. Senior pastor na this guy, wonderful comedian, one of the most talented comedian that we will get our community. We'll get it for here tomorrow for 12 noon for American time. For Cameroon time, it will be at 6 p.m. And then right after senior pastor, we will get General Toxic for year also for talk about the beautiful things we don't do for our community and how we can continue to grow our community. I never post Toxic on flyer, but I'll definitely do soon. Now, the small story that we get for today, guys. Go ahead and share this video. I think twice a week we'll come together for do this particular segment. We'll call it Hello Cameroon, Hello Africa, and Hello the World. The goal of the segment now for discuss things that they happen for our community. Now for discuss things the way they happen for our community in a positive way. Now for discuss things the way that they happen in our community in a very progressive way. For discuss things the way they happen in our community for where it will help our community and not for where it could destroy our community. Whew. Man, I don't tire. I don't hungry. Go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and let us know what you think about this segment. Let us know what you think we can do different. Let us know what you think we can do better. That is how we grow as a community. It takes you and me. Forget the community to the place we want get them. So music there for my head. Who forgets the music? So music there for my head. Who forgets the music? And my guess the music, I give something. And my guess the music, I give something. So music there for my head, inside my head. And my guess the music, I the lance. Any man will guess the music with inside my head right now. I the lance. Hey, I must to get money for my hustle. If I no get enough, I go work till I get. Hey, from Bafusam to New York City. From Bafusam to New York City. Oh.
See the star life ain't no easy. When Padam broke, na ya banga na ya
oh yeah. Oh, African gentlemen at the takeover.
Waka for my people, yeah, protector. Even the feelings in the last supper. Jump from the break like a grasshopper. African gentlemen at the takeover. Waka for my people, yeah, protector.
Stanley, you know.
In the last supper.
Hey, I must get money for my hustle.
Yeah.
If I no get enough, I go on till I get. Hey, I must get money for my hustle. If I no get enough, I go work till I get. Now, so we'll end this segment today. We continue to hustle. We continue to push until we'll get where we want them. We know where to want them. We know where to get for do, forget where to want them. So until we get them, we'll not go stop, we'll not go relent. Thank everyone we don't do watch. Thank everyone we don't do watch. Go ahead, guys, and share the video. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you did not like about this segment. Let us know what you think we can do better. Let us know what you think we should be doing to continue grow, not only as Toride, but as a community. Thank you now. And this was a beautiful one, man.